Well, who would have thought we'd be in quarantine because of a microscopic force called COVID-19? So now you're stuck at home, feeling kinda basic. Your life is like some eyes that need to get LASIK with GarageBand and some sweet sounds aplenty. Soon your song's vision will be rated 20/20. So even if things are feeling kinda wrong, join me for a deserted island sing-along. Deserted island sing-along. When it feels like your music is as weak as a putter, bland like some wheat bread without any butter, live loosened instruments can make it so tasty. Bring it back from the dead like a walking dead zombie. Talent feels shaky like a game of Jenga, like going backwards through some Japanese manga. Use your growth mindset, make it your best feature, and maybe even listen to your 5th grade teacher. If you're feeling kinda down, feeling kinda low, just reach for your iPad and see what taps your toe. Look all around the world and find some inspiration. Maybe something you write could unite our nation. But talk is cheap, disappears like water vapor. Actions are as rare as Charmin toilet paper. So now it's time to make your own song. Join me for a deserted island sing-along. Deserted island sing-along.
Hey boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Deserted Island Sing-Along, where Mr. Mark looks into his closet and finds yet another Hawaiian shirt that he hasn't yet worn on screen. So, welcome to another week, and this is our 4th volume. This is where we're going to kind of bring everything together. Today takes our ideas about how music works, like what we learned about with tempo, how music builds on each other, kind of like we learned with verses, choruses, and bridges. And last week, talking about envisioning and how songs can take us to different places. Today, it brings all of those things together, and we're going to talk about creativity. Creativity is what music is all about. Music challenges you to push yourself and create things that you haven't otherwise thought of before. And you're going to have a chance to do that today with an app called GarageBand. The song you heard at the beginning of this lesson was made entirely with GarageBand. And you have the ability to create your own music today. Ready to give it a shot? All right, let's go.
Hey boys and girls, so let's take a look at GarageBand. So when you first open the app, you might have a little tour if it's the first time you're using the application, but most likely you're going to open up to this screen here, and they have different instruments that you can kind of experiment with on your own time. But for our creative purposes, we're actually not going to use any of these. At the top of the screen, we're actually going to tap, if you see there at the top where it says tracks, we're actually going to go to live loops. And this is what we want. What we are going to do is look at some of these different genres of music that you can kind of experience here today and make music with. So I think to get started, I'm going to go ahead and choose Chinese traditional here. And for today's purpose, you'll see we have like a big grid here. And so I'm going to refer to a cross like this as a row. And then in a few minutes, we'll get to these guys, which we'll call columns. So our rows are going to go across. And what you'll notice about the rows is they are all the different instruments that are associated with this genre of music. So in Chinese traditional music, this instrument is called an erhu. And we're actually going to let's listen to some of the different sounds. And to listen to the sounds, all you have to do is just tap on one. And it'll start playing. Let's tap the one next to it. Sounds a little different, doesn't it? Let's listen to the one right next to it. Ooh, that one's got some little spaces in between. Let's go all the way over to the right here. This one kind of goes up in notes and down in notes. So you can kind of see everything it's the same instrument just making different sounds. And it's called a live loop because it's just going to play over and over again until you stop it. So if I don't press anything, it starts that same loop over again. Okay? So you can, and then when you're ready to stop it, you can just tap it. And there it goes. It goes away. All right? So that is how the rows work. The rows will give you one instrument. Now let's talk about the columns. Now I'm going to come over here to this first one, and I'm going to start playing in this instrument here. And here it goes, right? Now I'm going to add in the erhu right about now as it's getting close. And you'll see it's going to add that instrument, and they're going to keep playing together. Let's add a third instrument. You'll see these are all kind of tied together, aren't they? Let's add a fourth. Just tap on the instrument you want to add. You can even go across if you want. And mix it up and try different ones. Let's hear what it would sound like if I kept this one here. Sounds pretty both ways, doesn't it? Let's add some drums here at the bottom here. Notice I'm always waiting to time it. Ooh, very cool. I'm going to let that play all the way around just so you can hear it. Didn't really play much. It's okay. And I'll hit stop up at the top there. Oh, and I didn't talk about some of the key little things you want to know about here. So up here, this is I just hit the stop button, which is right there. And you notice it's blinking. So if I hit play again, that's more like a pause. So if I hit play again, it'll just keep going, okay? And if I want to stop for real, I can hit stop and then hit that button again, and it'll reset everything, okay? So now what I want you to do is pause the video. I want you to open up GarageBand. I want you to find the live loops and pick at least one genre of music. Let's go back to the genres, and I'll show you if you want to pick different genres here, let me show you so you go right up here and tap that button, and that takes you back to the genres. So take a moment, go ahead and explore one of the genres that's in the live loop catalog. And when you open it, just take a moment to explore the rows, how kind of the one instrument can sound different as you're working across, but also take a moment to explore a column where you can kind of add some instruments as you go and kind of create kind of a more full sound to your song, okay? And then come back and check in with me in just a moment. I'll give you your next task. All right, hopefully you are feeling a little more comfortable with this. Now I want to show you how you can start to build your own song, which is the goal of today's lessons. So I'm actually going to use the same live loop that I used to make the theme song for this week, and that's hip hop. You may have recognized it if you explored that, but I'm going to go ahead and tap on hip hop. And for this one, I created it a little bit differently. I did not really use the rows to help me out. I really just used the columns. And let me show you how you can use the columns to start bringing your song to life. Because remember how we talked about in the week of how songs have a flow to them, right? They have a verse and they have a chorus and they kind of come back to certain parts. Well, you can do the same thing with your music here. So here's how I created the song. So the very beginning, I actually started by tapping right there, and I let that play through. And then I thought, okay, what do I want to have as a background for my first verse? So I chose number 2 here. Right? And then I just kind of let it keep playing. And let's say, okay, I'm going to try the third column here. Ooh, and that added some little extra notes there. So, I'll pause here you can kind of see how you can start to mix with these, because then what I ended up doing was I tried number 4, and then I tried number 5, and I kind of liked number 5 a little bit more than I liked number 4. So I made a note to myself that I wanted to go from 3, and once that was done, then I went to 5, right? And then it's starting to get, I'm starting to build my song. So now what I want you to do is experiment with some of the columns using, let me get my little pointer back here. Use the bottom, these little arrows along the bottom of your screen. And again, just start messing around with the order that you play them in. Like, decide how you want. And if you want, do what I do, which is kind of jot down the numbers in the order that you want them to play. Because when you're making it, which is our next step, it's really easy to forget what you were going to do. So pause the video now and try out using some of the columns and start mixing together your song. Okay, so now that you have experimented with what I just learned in between are called triggers. Those are what those numbers are at the bottom that they call them. And you know how I found that? I will show you. If you have any questions or want to know more, come up here and tap the help button. And it said down there that those are called triggers. Now this is also a good time to tell you that if you tap something and you don't know how to turn it off, chances are you just need to tap it again. And so like if I hit settings and you're like, oh, how do I turn off settings? Just tap settings again. So what I want to show you is, what are you going to do now that you have kind of have a plan in your mind of how your song's going to go? Now you're going to record it. When you're ready, you're going to tap this red circle right up here. And when it's going to give you a little quick countdown, and then you're ready to go. So here we go. I'm going to start recording. And you can talk while it records, and it won't record your voice, okay? All right, here we go. There we go. I like it. I'm going to let that go a little bit more. And I'm going to jump over to trigger number 2 now. Here we go. And again, it's all about the timing, right? As you get closer to completing that circle, like somewhere at like the halfway point, so you know it's getting close. Now I'm going to jump to number 3. And you'll notice at the top there, the little red part is moving across. Now I'm going to jump over to number 6. Let's try number 6. Jump back to number 4, and I'm going to end it. Actually, I'm going to do a few measures of 8, and then I'll end on 9 here. I'm going to end it right here, as that one's at the halfway mark. Then remember my little trick, I'm going to end on the hollow note there. And stop. And then if you want to listen to it, just hit play. Pretty cool, huh? So, here's your assignment today. Your assignment is to start making your own song. Okay, and then what I want you to do is, if you are in a classroom, your job then is going to be to share the song on Seesaw. And that'll be the next thing I show you here. But right now I want you to pause and just start thinking about your song and what it's going to sound like. And then I want you to record your song. And then when you're done, come up here to the top left corner. See this little paper right there? Tap that, and it's going to save your song. And then you're going to end up right here, okay? And everything that you may have been recording is going to be sitting right there. So anyway, come on back in just a moment, and I'll show you how to share this to Seesaw. All right, boys and girls, so I actually switched iPads to show you this, so case this is why it looks a little different than you just saw. But what you'll do is, if you want to give your song a name, all you need to do is just tap on the song's name there one time, and you can change it to whatever you want to call it. So let's just say I want to call it Hip Hop Smooth. I don't know, just sounds like a good fit for that song. All right, so I got that. So go ahead and press and hold on the song you want to share. And at the very bottom, you're going to tap share. And you'll have three choices here. You're going to share the song. I'm going to tap song on the left and then hit share again. Now this is where you have to pay attention. Most people will look for what they want to share it for in here. Don't do that yet. You want to go to open in. Okay? And this is going to export the song and kind of set it up to the right files kind. And it may take a moment, but that's okay. And it'll get there done. Once it's done, now you're ready to share it, and you'll see Seesaw should be one of the options. If you don't see Seesaw, it might be here in the More section. But go ahead and tap Seesaw, and then you should have an option to share it with your class. Hit the green check mark, and you're ready to go. And what would be really great would be if you went through Seesaw and listened to some of your classmates' songs and commented and gave them some positive feedback on what you thought of theirs.
Hey boys and girls, I hope that was as fun to do as it was to teach. I think GarageBand is a really fun app to use, and the great thing about music is that it comes from your heart. It's a chance for you to express yourself a little bit. And that's the great thing about those live loops, is they allow you just to kind of have fun and experiment with it and try new things out. I really quickly wanted to show you, here is my draft, my first draft for the song from this morning's opening. And then, after kind of working with it some more, and you can see those are my live loop numbers right there to kind of keep track of which loops I was going to do. But then I kind of focused more on the lyrics. And this was my second draft, and you can kind of see how I was doing a lot of drafting and revising and editing in my work as I was going along. So just know that music doesn't have to sound perfect on the first try. It's going to take some mess ups. It's going to take some attempts that aren't always going to sound right on the first one. So experiment with it a little bit today before you publish that piece that you want to share with your class on Seesaw, okay? All right, well, that wraps up another episode, but before we go, we're going to do one more song. And this song is sung in a cappella. And a cappella means you don't need any instruments. You just need your voice, okay? So this song goes like this. It goes, hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Tell the people about everything. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? And then at the end of the verse, I'm always going to give you emotion. So I'll say, thumbs up. And then I'll wait for a second, and then that's when you'll say, thumbs up, right back to me. Okay? So let's try that. Ready? Thumbs up. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Tell the people about everything. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? A thumbs up, elbows in. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Tell the people about everything. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? And for this part, you need to stand up. Thumbs up, elbows in, knees together. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Tell the people about everything. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? A thumbs up, elbows in, knees together, toes together. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Tell the people about everything. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? A thumbs up, elbows in, knees together, toes together, chest out. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Tell the people about everything. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? A thumbs up, elbows in, knees together, toes together, chest out, butt out. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Tell the people about everything. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? A thumbs up, elbows in, knees together, toes together, chest out, butt out, head up. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? Tell the people about everything. Hey, hey, Mon, do you love to sing? A thumbs up, elbows in, knees together, toes together, chest out, butt out, head up, tongue out. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. All right, boys and girls. Hope you had a great time today. See you next week on Deserted Island Sing Along. Bye.